Hello and welcome to day 2 of our special coverage of the President's regional tours. This is a production from the Ministry of Information here in Accra, but we're taking you along to where the President is visiting. I'm sure you're aware that the President has begun an official tour to the Upper West and Savannah regions. That tour officially began yesterday. The President was at the Warner's Palace to pay a courtesy call on him. Later on, he inspected some Agenda 111 projects and ended his day in Nandam, where he witnessed the sword-cutting ceremony of the dualization of the roads in the Nandam Township. This morning, the President is continuing his visit in the Upper West region, and we're told that he is heading to the Wa Shopping Center, where he will be inspecting the progress of work at the center. My name is Akufo-Addo, and together with our reporters across the Upper West region, we will be bringing you live updates on that particular visit. This live production is also on GTV, Adom TV, City TV, Metro TV, Wuntumi TV, Movement TV, Netu TV, Wezo TV, and you're also listening to us on Asasi Radio. We are also streaming live on the Ministry of Information Facebook page. Quickly, let's take you to Wa, because we're told the President is just about to arrive at the Wa Shopping Center. Our man Akwesinsia is stationed there now, and he will be taking us through the itinerary for the day when the President arrives at the Wa Shopping Center. Akwesi, good to have you again, and if you can just take us through what is happening at the Wa Shopping Center even before the President arrives.
Gogo, thank you very much and welcome you all to the Wa Shopping Center in the Upper West region. This is where the President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, as part of his 2-day tour in the region, will be inspecting work, progress of work at the Wa Shopping Center. So just behind me, you can see the architectural design of the Wa Shopping Center. So all is set, although that matter to be here to welcome the President, take him through the inspection that is supposed to do today at the Wa Shopping Center, are already here waiting for the arrival of the President.
What is the size of this shopping center, and what is the direct benefit? How is that going to directly benefit the people in the Wa municipality?
But we have a lot of resource people lined up to speak to. First, let me get in touch with the Wa Municipal Planning Officer, who will be giving us details of this shopping center that the President of the Republic is yet to inspect. Thank you and welcome. This is a live production by the Ministry of Information on over 8 TV stations and over a lot of radio stations across the length and breadth of this country. Thank you and welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, so first, can you give us your full name and your position?
Okay, I'm Nurullah Ibrahim Jinsong, Development Planning Officer, Wa Municipal. Actually, I'm assisting my boss, which is Yusuf Yakubu.
Okay, thanks. Now take us through this Wa Shopping Center. What is this all about? How many shops do we have in here, and who are going to benefit from the shopping center?
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity to talk. This project was is sponsored by the World Bank through the Ministry of Local Government. Yes. Actually, what happens is they support municipal assemblies to improve the living conditions of the people and boost economic activities of that area. That is basically why the project is being developed.
Okay. Shops say how many traders are going to benefit from this edifice when finally is completed?
When this project is finally completed, we have 101 shopping centers which will be distributed to the traders that were already trading at the market. Actually, the land was occupied by petty traders. So we went into a negotiation with them that after developing the project, the shops will be given back to them. So they will be the first people we will consider when distributing the 101 shopping spaces. Yes, there will also be a crèche where the traders can send their kids or their pupils or their daughters to also have some education around the market. There will also be a police post which will ensure that security at the market is maintained. There will also be a fire station to ensure that when there is a disaster, there's a quick or immediate response. And there will also be a town hall where we can have public gatherings at the market. I think you can see it. And there's a general works where we have the car parks and those things where someone can easily park his car and shop freely. Yes.
So before we move on, the town hall, no, specifically, what will it be used for?
Actually, the work of the municipal assembly or the local assembly is participatory. Usually, we work with, before you can implement any activity, you have to consult people, you have to consult the general public, you have to consult the masses. So that is why we build what is the name? That is why we build the town hall, so that when you need their views to implement or to use them for your activities, you can come and meet them and you discuss freely with them.
Okay, so basically it's going to be a meeting point for the traders and all those who matter at the shopping center and the assembly, so that continual discussion will not have to be the traders moving all the way to the assembly.
But we coming to them.
Okay,
and meet at the center.
Okay, and what again?
There's also a restaurant where when you are coming to shop and you need food or coffee, you can easily walk in and have your food or coffee.
Okay. So that this seems to be a whole complete thing. So now traders don't necessarily have to move out to buy food.
No.
They can just order right away at their shop.
Yes.
And the food will be delivered to them.
Yes. So it's a whole community on its own.
Okay.
Yes.
What brought about this idea?
That is what I told you. Actually, we have it in our action plan that this is what we wanted to do. Okay. But you know, when you also plan, you seek support from organizations. And our mother organization is the Ministry of Local Government. And through their efforts, they were able to bring the Ghana Secondary City Support Project in. So they are supporting municipal assemblies to further achieve this aim. Okay. So that is why this project is being implemented.
One thing that has been the concerns of most traders across the country has been security at their market. Yes. Have you factored in security at the shopping center?
Yes, there's a well-furnished police post in the market. I told you there's a police post here. Okay. We will make sure that if you are here doing business, but you are doing it in a well-maintained security area, yes, you do it at the comfort of like your home, what you used to do. Yes, you will make sure that when you are buying or selling, there's no pickpocketing, there's no petty theft around the market. There's a 24-hour security here. That is why the police post is provided. Okay. Yes.
Ghana over the past years has witnessed a lot of fire outbreaks in our market, starting from Kantaman to the Greater Accra region, Central Market in Ashanti Regional Capital, Kumasi. Do we have a fire service station here that in case such an incident happens, there will be a quick response to it?
Yes, we are just standing right in front of the fire post. Okay. There will be a 24-hour fire service at the market to ensure that when there's any fire outbreak, there's a quick, at least 5 seconds, the fire service is there because they are here with us and they will be here 24/7 to make sure that all emergency issues concerning fire and other related issues are well maintained. We are making sure that it is brought to zero, so that it is maintained well. So that traders, when they are shopping, even when they close and they are going home, they are not thinking, oh, now, if there's a fire outbreak, what happens to my wares? We make sure that everything is maintained. Immediate response from the fire service, immediate security from the police service, and you are good to go.
I want to believe the way Anema Aircon, it will come to a time where there will even be insurance for the traders, especially for their goods.
We are going forward. That one will have to also be planned with the insurance companies. Okay. Yeah, so that we can involve them and they will look at the shops and look at let's say the value of the goods, so that we can provide some sort of insurances for them going forward.
Thank you very much for your time, sir, for having us. Kwaku Eti, if we heard my brother writer, he said everything is set for the president to begin his inspection of the WA shopping center. So in no time, I'll be bringing in some of the traders who are the direct beneficiaries of this work. Now, Yabiso also said, this is what the Akufo-Addo are buying Ede Ama Womo. For them, what do they also make of it? How are they also going to contribute to ensure, say, at the papa abayin at the emob, they also going to ensure say ebetimi ache at the amobo. Every time we talk about maintenance. So now we're also going to engage some of the traders to talk to them and find out how they are also receiving this shopping center that the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and his able Vice President Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Baumia has given to them a good people of work. And said that Papa no it entails everything that needs to be at a shopping center. They got a market trading center. They have a police post, they have a fire service, they have a health center, they have everything that has to be in the shopping center. Biano, a be awati. Manya ya maamenum adwanfo a omso ebe direct beneficiary of sa adwumadia abampanfo eye ewa maamenum poboy
Oko nyame adom.
ye da nyame ase as wonim ye serious pa
Me da so me ba me na nyina pa cha me fita ase a.
matiti emisa shopping center aban esidiama mu amudidwa ewo wai mu hu ne sai
Ye hunu se eye papa eye ma ya adom ye pi kane no ye tena ha enhieto a eboye ewi aba eboye enso se nyame adom president alahormanti yenye bebi pa atena me ho atoye se bibi an haya se so afi so wafa se fire seven for ye wo ha ye nkoda ye beko school ye nam so wo ha police for ye babo ye ho ban santi the president ase any minister any DC dia ya maya no ye ni aso papa ye ho atoye ye ni aso santi the president ase sanya memboa no emboa no pi ma maju na juma no empeja enkosoro pa ema yedana ase
ma menko gina kakabra mimisa me ma me se ansa na ebesi sa shopping center mu ana mudidwa ewa ha no se na tibia no eti ewo ahanom
eya nsuo ba tam na yetena na eya nsuo ba na ye ho asam ye mmobo ena DC be kan ye tam na DC be kan ye na ye hunu se eya de pa wo be ye ena ye nti ase ama no efie na wo wie no ena hu se eya adwuma pa na ode ba ye enti aso pa
na se meto ase a ansa kra na ebeba no na wantwi kakra ewo ho se monko because montene ye ba be na se
bi anka nim se wo mo be daada ye eje aho no eye baby fufuro enti yanti ase amma DC enti yanti ase amma no anka wade soje fo no ode ba ye ansa na ye firi ha anka nyesa anka ye nim se wo daada ye but ejumapo we ye ne asop.
All right, so you're watching live pictures from the Wa Shopping Center where Akwesinsia has been engaging some market women who will have stores at the shopping center. President Akufo-Addo, as part of his Upper West Regional tour, will be visiting the shopping center this morning. We've just been informed that the president and his delegation are on their way to the shopping center to inspect progress of work done so far. Earlier, Akwesinsia spoke to one of the project directors for the center. We're told that this is a center that is going to accommodate market women and traders who deal in various product or wares. It's also going to be a center where you have people in the community in the Wa municipality go there to do all their shopping. It has good security protection, also a fire hydrant in the occasion of any fire outbreak, and is also a safe location for the market traders. So we will go back when the president arrives at the shopping center to inspect progress of work there. You're watching our live coverage, our special coverage of the president's regional tours. And the president, as you may be aware, is in the Upper West region. Later this week, he will move to the Savannah region, and we'll be bringing you all the updates as well as all the big interviews that you need to know right here on this channel. My name is Kweku Obeng Eje. Let's go back to Akwesi Insia, who is at the Wa Shopping Center, where President Akufo-Addo is scheduled to arrive there for the inspection tour of the facility. To give you a little bit of a background of the Khalil solar power plant. The power plant is located in the Upper West region. It is a 13 megawatt plant in the Nadole Khalil district of the region and is expected to provide power to some 32,000 household. So we will be bringing you all that you need to know from that ceremony later this afternoon. But right now, though, let's go back to Akwesi Nsia, who is at the Wa Shopping Center for more. Akwesi, I was asking what is going to happen when the president arrives.
Okay, so Kwaku, when the president finally arrives at the Wa Shopping Center, he will be led by the municipal director and also the MCA and other dignitaries who also be accompanying him to be taking round all this shopping center. But before that, Kwaku, let me get in touch with the municipal chief executive who will be speaking to us to tell us specifically what when the president finally arrives at the Wa Shopping Center, he will be doing. He will also be taking us into details what brought about this Wa Shopping Center that is yet to be inspected by the president, waiting for its final completion. And before Edikan Abamania Edi Ache shopping center no enya ewie epe. One also the woman yina na komudi dwa e wa first no onye obia emfa emfrim. Edwenfo wa ya twe obia edintie bre eso ya na o twe odi ma no ya ma shop na to wetimi akwakotrem edi eye odwuma. The municipal chief executive of Wa Municipal Assembly in the Upper West region, Honorable Isaku Abeka Mensa. Honorable, thank you and welcome.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Boko dear.
Boko.
What to say?
Oh, wa Boko. Ibia Kama. Ewaha.
Okay, before we delve into when president comes, what will be happening actually, can you tell us what actually brought about this shopping center?
Yeah, thank you very much. You know, if you are a leader, you have to assess the economic life of your people. What do they do for a living? And then having done that background search, we realize that commerce activities are the mainstay of our people here. Then we need to create an environment for them to do effective business. And before then, this area was more like a slum. You know, the market women, they sit under, you know, dilapidated sheds, and many of them do not even have space to occupy. Then we see that it is good for us, you know, to get them a befitting business environment. And when this issue came up, I mean, the partnership between the World Bank and then the Ministry of Local Government came up for them to support municipalities, you know, to lift them to the level of secondary cities. Then one municipal, we decided that if that is the case, then why not get shopping center for our people who mostly involved in trading. Then the municipal assembly approved of the plan. Then we said, okay, fine, that is what we're going to do. At least we can provide shelter for the business community within the municipality.
Okay, how difficult was it moving the traders to pave way for such a beautiful edifice seen on our screens? Because we know most of the time, if a project of this nature is coming on board, it becomes a little bit difficult. How difficult was it moving your traders from this place?
My brother, it was extremely difficult, but it required what you call a tact, you know, and certain approach to be able to get the people out. You know, when you are leading as a chief executive, you have to know who your stakeholders are, the people who help you to run the municipality. So if you identify these people very well, sometimes certain decisions and actions are not very difficult. So we have to engage the landlords of this land, that is the Tindambas. We also engage the chiefs and the people, and then also other traditional authority, and then the market queens. First of all, we had the design of this place. So we sat them down and explained to them what we intend to give them. So it took us almost 6 months to 1 year before we were able to get their buy-in. So when we got that, we also assured them that nobody is going to be left out. Though we cannot provide certain, what you call 100% coverage. Why? Because the number of people who used to cloud here trading are more than the number of shops available. But we made sure and gave them the assurance that the kind of business that we are going to do here, nobody is going to be left out, provided you are involved in this kind of business. So they listened and they agreed. And in addition to that, there is a site somewhere. So we went there and we constructed some shops over there as well. Then we gave them land, you know, those who can build using their own resources. So there are some who give them portions of land to build stores to befit the kind of trading they are doing, you know. So those people already moved to the new site. Then those whose business will not permit them to trade at the new site, then they are the people you see around, hanging around this area. So once the project, you know, started, so now the project is completed. Those who are still hanging around here are the beneficiaries of the stores available. So in fact, it has not been easy to move the people out, but finally we succeeded.
We are told there are going to be 101 shops. Does it mean we don't have more than 100 traders who will be trading at a shopping center?
In fact, right now as we speak, we have over 200 people as we speak now. But you see, this is market. There are some who will occupy the stores, and there are others who can also perch around with small tables around, so to do their businesses, you know.
Okay. Okay. Eti Kwaku Sebeno Eka say, President of the Republic Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo just arrived at the Wa Shopping Center. Eti, let's take a view of Mampeni Ba Waba Wa Shopping Center. And Senior Jumadi Ebeko Eri Afo CJ MC Emaneko because he as a municipal chief executive of the municipality will have to take the president around because this project Nakasano sit on him as a MC. Eti, we will take you through as the president continues his inspection of the Wa Shopping Center, which is expected to house over 200 traders in this municipality. And Senator MC Edika Ekachen, actually there are 101 shops available, but because the president of because traders are one no endorse no ain't no, they are going to find a way to accommodate all traders are no more said beya or muko lebi obia out. So this is the arrival of the president of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, as he will be taken around this Wa Shopping Center. Yes, or inspecting area. We are told say in the next few months, it will finally be commissioned and open to traders who have been wanting to trade and we have done in such a way, sir. It doesn't matter the number of cars that will be around. There will still be a parking space available for every car in and outside the shopping center. Outside the shopping center, there's also a town hall where the MC will be engaging Obi Bia on person in the AM meeting, whether the traders, whether the drivers who will be loading passengers from this side to any part of the municipality, and also we Bia person in the AD and Komo Bia with regard to a Juma Ecos one Biano. They don't have to travel all the way to the municipal assembly to have that meeting, but rather they'll have that meeting in our shopping center. Yep, and that shopping town hall, no, it's just about some few percentage away from completion. As said here, or more area winner, or more enche, or so, as you can see from my shot, the president of the Republic now is being welcomed by the MCE of Wa Municipal Assembly. We're still live from a Wa Shopping Center where the president is expected to inspect work of progress.
Stay there for us.
At a Wa Shopping Center.
Just stay there for us because we'll be coming back to you. The president has arrived at the Wa Shopping Center to inspect progress of work. We're told this is a World Bank sponsored a facility through the Ministry of Local Government. This is a facility that can accommodate 200 traders. It has 101 shops, I should say, a security post for security for the facility. It also has a fire service unit. In the instance of a fire outbreak, this office or the fire service unit will take care of that. It also has a parking lot, a town hall facility and trading units. And as you're watching on your screens, the president has just arrived at the Wa Shopping Center. Akwasinsia will stay with us and bring us more from what the president is currently doing at the Wa Shopping Center. He has just arrived there. On his itinerary, the president is to inspect the progress of work at this Wa Shopping Center, a facility sponsored by the World Bank, which is through the Ministry of Local Government. Shortly, we'll take you back to the feed and then also hear what the president has to say at the Wa Shopping Center. The president and his entourage has just arrived at the Wa Shopping Center to inspect the facility. Let's take you there back, and watch the live pictures from the Wa Shopping Center where President Akufo-Addo has just arrived. He is inspecting the facility. We're told this is a facility that will accommodate 200 traders. It has 101 shops, a security post, a fire service unit. It also has a parking space, a trading unit for traders who deal in smaller wares or petty trading, I should say. It also has a town hall. So the facility has a town hall where the community can have town hall engagements there. And the president has just arrived to inspect the facility. Remember, this is our live coverage, special coverage of the president's regional tours, which began yesterday. The president is currently in the Upper West region. Later this week, he'll move to the Savannah region, where we'll be bringing you all that happens throughout the tour. The president will be expecting Agenda 111 projects. He will also be inspecting other government projects. And then he will also be engaging traditional leaders, paying courtesy call on traditional leaders as part of his tour. So you're watching pictures of President Akufo-Addo inspecting the facility at the Wa Shopping Center. We're told this is going to be a very brief ceremony, after which he will move to Isa, where he will be inspecting the Agenda 111 hospital project there. There as well, we have our reporters on standby, and we'll be bringing you the very latest from that ceremony or that inspection as well. But right now, though, we're still at the Wa Shopping Center, where President Akufo-Addo is inspecting the facility. We'll take you back there shortly, taking our cameras in there for you to see what the president is doing or the president is up to at the Wa Shopping Center. This live coverage on your screen is also taken live, is also being live on GTV, Adum TV, City TV, Metro TV, Wuntumi TV, Movement TV, Netu TV. We also have Wezo TV, Asasi Radio, and you're watching us live on Facebook on the Ministry of Information Facebook page. It is a production by the Ministry of Information here in Accra. So you're watching on your screen now the president being taken around the facility by managers and contractors of the facility. This is the Wa Shopping Center in the Wa municipality of the Upper West region, where the president is kicking off his day 2 visit of the region with that particular activity. After this activity, the president will take part in other activities, and we're bringing you all that you need to know, the live feed right here on this channel, which is also live on your favorite TV station and also on your radio station. You're watching us live on Facebook on the Ministry of Information Facebook page. My name is Kweku Obenja. Akwesinsia will join us shortly with more from the Wa Shopping Center, where the president is currently inspecting the progress of work there. As we watch on the screen, the president is being taken around the numerous fire outbreaks, and we see how these fires destroy properties. And so it is very important that the shopping center has a fire service unit where, in the occasion of any emergency, the fire service team will take over and ensure that properties are not destroyed. We're also told that the facility has a town hall. This is a town hall which is very important in these communities. We know town folks usually will gather at these town halls and have meetings and discuss progress in their respective communities. And so the facility has a town hall. It also has a parking lot, a parking space for customers and traders at this facility. So this is a very, very big deal for the people in the Wa municipality. And as you can see on your screens, the president has arrived there and he is inspecting the facility. The facility, we're told, is through the Ministry of Local Government. This is our special coverage of the president's regional tour. Shortly we'll bring Akwesinsia back as he gives us some more on what is happening at the Wa Shopping Center. Still, this is a special coverage of the president's regional tours. Right, so the president has just finished his inspection, and as we can see, he is heading to his next point of action. We will bring you that shortly right here. But just to let you also know that the president will be inspecting the Agenda 111 hospital project at Isa before he moves to Khalil, where he will be commissioning the Khalil solar power project. We will be bringing you more details on that project as well. This is a project we're told is going to serve over 32,000 households. Is a 13 megawatt plant in the Nadoli Khalil district of the Upper West region. The 22.8 million euros project was executed by Elecnor SA from Spain, with Trabatel Engineering of Germany acting as the project consultant. So we will be bringing you more details on this particular project. A big deal for the people in the Upper West region, because we are told it's going to be serving over 32,000 households. Yes, this is a big deal, and that is why we're bringing all to you here. Let's go back to Akwesinsia, who is at the WA Shopping Center, because that ceremony or that exercise is just about wrapping up. Akwesi, what can you tell us? The president just left the location. What is happening now?
Okay, Kwaku, and as the president just left, you can see the enthusiasm. Yeah, a war around any year. Sir, shopping center, ere aba amanfua ete wa ene potamo. This shows that the president has actually responded to the needs of the people of Wa Municipal Assembly. But just quickly, let me also engage one of our colleague journalists, a seasoned journalist in the municipality. Aziz, thank you. Welcome once again.
Yes, thank you, my brother.
Aziz, you have been in Wa for all these years. Can you tell us how devastating the place was to trade?
Well, it has been a nightmare for traders in Wa, especially during the rainy season. There is no shelter for them, and then there are no stores room for them to keep their wares. Most of them go to Techiman, Liu, and other places to buy food products, and there's no storage facility for them. And then we also had most of them that are like, when there is an emergency situation, there is nobody to attend to them, like a health facility. Their needs was just basically a very, very big problem for them. So when the news broke out about a shopping center, it was good news for the people, as you can see all around, because now they can have a befitting place to sell their products and services. Now they can have places to store their products. They will not get rotten. And the issues of petty theft, people coming in to break into their shops, they believe that once this project is complete, it will be a thing of the past. At least they can have a proper place to store their produce and services.
Okay, thank you very much. So, Kwaku, this is where we bring to a wrap the president inspection of Wa Shopping Center, which is expected to accommodate over 200 traders at the Wa Shopping Center. My name has been Akwesi Isia, and we just be with you as the president continues his tour in the Upper West region.
All right, Akwesinsia speaking to some community members in the Wa area who have been reacting to the president's visit to the Wa Shopping Center facility. Remember, this is a continuing coverage of the president's regional tours, a production by the Ministry of Information. My name is Akufo-Addo. We have more for you today because the president is heading to Isa, where he will be inspecting the Agenda 111 projects there. Later on, he'll be commissioning the Khalil solar project. We'll take a break now. When we return, we'll be live in Isa for the Agenda 111 inspection. Do stay with us right here. Hello and welcome to the continuation of our special coverage of the President's Regional Tours, a production by the Ministry of Information here in Accra, as we take you live to the President's tour of the Upper West and Savannah regions. Well, the President yesterday began his official visit of the Upper West region. It's a 2-day visit, and he has began day 2 of that visit today. Earlier this morning, we took you to the WA Shopping Center, where the President inspected progress of work at that facility. It is a World Bank facility, which is a sponsored facility, which is through the Ministry of Local Government. The President has arrived in Isa, the community where he'll be inspecting the Agenda 111 project there. Even before he does that inspection, he's being hosted to a Durbar by the chiefs and people of Isa. And as you can see on your screen right now, the President is attending that ceremony, that Durbar of the people and chiefs, or the chiefs and people of Isa. That ceremony is underway. As you can see on your screen right now, live pictures from the Isa community where the President has arrived. And as you can see, he is taking part in that ceremony. Shortly after that ceremony, he'll be moving to the Isa Agenda 111 hospital site, where he will be inspecting the progress of work there done so far. Our man Wilberforce Asari is already at the hospital site, the project site, and he will join us shortly with more ahead of the President's arrival in that community. Well, you're watching this live production by the Ministry of Information, and we're live on a number of TV stations: GTV, Metro TV, Adum TV, City TV. We're also on Wontumi TV, Movement TV, Netu TV, Wezo TV. You're listening to us on radio, on Asasi Radio. On Facebook, you're watching us on the Ministry of Information Facebook page. As I did indicate, the President will be moving shortly from that Durbar grounds to the Agenda 111 hospital project site at Isa. And our man Wilberforce Asari is stationed at the project site, the Agenda 111 hospital project site. He joins us now live from the project site with the very latest, even as we wait for the President to arrive at that location. Wilberforce, thank you very much for joining us. So earlier on, you were giving us a brief about what this project is all about, what is happening now, even as we wait for the President to arrive.
All right, Kweku. So we are here at the Damfa Busie Isa constituency, where President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, is scheduled to make a quick stop to view for himself the ongoing construction of the 60-bed Agenda 111 project here in the Dafiama Busie Isa district. Earlier on, when we did come to gauge the mood here, I did tell you that all is set. All the officials who matter are here in gathered, waiting for the President to arrive and to be briefed on the project, and also get a first-hand feel of how this particular Agenda 111 project is going in the Isa district. I have been thankfully joined by the District Health Director here in the Isa district, Madam Genevieve Yarepare. She's here with me. And then also Ibrahim Isa is the resident doctor here in the Isa district. I'm going to engage them quickly before I speak to the project consultants and also Dr. Isiasare, who is currently on the ground here waiting for the President to arrive. Very good morning to you, Madam Genevieve.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for joining us on this production, and a very good morning to you, Dr. Isa.
Good morning.
Indeed, Kweku, so I'm going to start with Genevieve. They say ladies first, so let me start with the lady. Please bring us up to speed. What is the state of healthcare here in the Isa district?
The Dafiama Busie Isa district is one of the 11 districts in the Upper West region. So the Dafiama Busie Isa district, as I said earlier on, has 1 polyclinic, 4 health centers, and 27 CHIP zones. And 20 out of these CHIP zones have compounds where nurses stay or health staff stay to provide both curative and preventive services. And as mentioned, whenever there are cases that are beyond the CHIPS compound, they refer to the health centers or the polyclinic. When services or special client that needs specialist services cannot be managed at the polyclinic level, then we have to refer to the regional hospital or the Nodoli Khalil District Hospital. And sometimes these referrals sometimes affect our maternal and child health services and other specialist services. So the Agenda 111 being planned for this district is in the right direction, because when it's completed, we will have doctors, we also have specialists that will be able to manage these cases that cannot be managed at this level, and they will improve on our health outcomes.
Indeed, indeed. So that's Madame Genevieve, and she is the District Health Director here in the Issa District. Let me come to Dr. Issa. Your name Issa, and we are in Issa. So interesting. You are an indigene of this locality. I should think so.
No.
Okay, so where are you from?
I'm from Wa.
Oh, you are from Wa. Okay, so not from Issa, but from Wa. Okay, indeed. So from the practice point of view, you have been practicing medicine here, administering healthcare to the people of Issa. From your point of view, what would you say is the state of health service here in the Issa district?
I think the extent of practice in terms of medicine around here is very limited, both in terms of personnel and then logistics. Like my director rightly said, we serve as the main referral point within the district. Again, because it was just a health center and then we managed to upgrade it to a polyclinic, it means that we lack a lot of equipment and then personnel, human resource personnel as well to support. So it's quite challenging, because sometimes you have the skills to put in certain interventions, but due to lack of equipment, you are forced to refer. At the end of the day, it affects our performance as a district and as a facility. Yeah.
Okay, so from what you are telling me, the coming into being of this project right behind us, the Agenda 111 project, which is at the initial stages of construction, to what extent do you think it's going to influence practice here in Issa district?
Yes, I think its importance will be tremendous. You can't possibly quantify, because then it brings a lot of relief to the indigenes, and then it makes the work a bit easier and enjoyable for the health personnel around here too, because as I'm told, it comes with fully installed equipment such as theater services and other ancillary services. So it means things that we previously used to refer to, cases that we previously referred to the regional hospital in Wa, with the coming to being of the hospital, would attract certain key health personnel, doctors and then others alike, and then it means that we will to render all these services to the people, and then it will help improve the quality of healthcare in the district.
Indeed. All right. So, Kweku, Dr. Issa is essentially telling us that the Agenda 111 project here in the Issa district, once it comes into being, has the potential to stop referrals from here in Issa all the way to Wa, where we came from this morning. It's about nearly an hour's drive from here to Issa. And so that tells you that when a referral has to be done, the person has to travel nearly an hour, and part of the road not too good. Now, when this hospital comes into being, potentially those referrals will stop and people will receive direct health care here in the Issa district. Let me come back to Madame Genevieve and to ask you that from what you have seen, what would you say are the major health challenges that people in this area report to your hospital with?
Currently in our setup, we have maternal and perinatal deaths within the catchment area because of access to specialist services. We also have challenges with critical staff manning the various facilities that we are running in this district. In addition to that, transport is a challenge, and the basic equipment that we need. to provide services. One of the issues, as mentioned earlier on, is the specialist services, where because of the demarcation of the district, sometimes the referral to the next facility is delayed. And what we need is more facilities like the Agenda 111, if it's completed, to support with referral issues, which actually have a lot of effect on our mothers and children's health. Also, we have also observed that within our catchment area, when it comes to location of the CHIPS compound and the access route to some of the communities, is one of the areas that have improved but still needs a lot, because we have 5 communities that are hard to reach, and these also need to access services, and sometimes they have to struggle to reach the polyclinic and still have to continue to the Upper West Regional Hospital for services. So if the Agenda 111 is completed, then the distance will be reduced for such our people who are coming from far away, especially how to reach communities. So we'll be grateful if this beautiful plan that has been put here is completed, to at least for people to benefit and for us to also reduce perinatal deaths in our catchment area.
Okay, so Madam Genevieve, talking about the fact that this project is essential and all that. So, Doc, you know, the population and housing census 2021 indicated that there are about 38,754 people in Issa alone. From where you sit as the practicing doctor, what's a typical day like in your hospital? How many people are you having to attend to on a given day?
On an average, you see between 50 to 100 people a day at the OPD. That's aside the maternity and then the inpatient care, inpatients. So yeah, so on average between 50 to 100. And then sometimes, again, like I said, because of the lack of personnel, sometimes it's very difficult to expedite the services to these people, because sometimes you have to first of all review inpatients, come back to the OPD, and then do with other activities, workshops, meetings alike. So sometimes it hampers the quality in care, because then a lot of the times either you are trying to rush one or two things, or you really don't have the patience to go into certain issues the patients will come with.
So the current hospital where you serve, what's the name again, if you could just tell us?
It's a polyclinic.
It's a polyclinic.
Yes.
So what's the name?
It's a polyclinic.
The Issa Polyclinic. Okay, so Dr. Issa working in Issa and working in the Issa Polyclinic. So how many beds is there? Are there beds in that particular polyclinic?
Yes, we have about 30 beds.
30 beds. Okay, so what it means is that if Agenda 111 is completed, we are going to have 90 beds, because this is a 60-bed facility and all that. All right, I'm sure that as we exit this interview, I'm very sure that if I brought the project consultants here, you will have a specific word for them. What would be your word, Madam Genevieve, for the project consultants and contractors here, to them, your word directly to them as far as this project is concerned?
That they should complete this early for us to use it to improve access in the Dafiama-Busie Issa district.
How early do you want it? Tomorrow?
Today.
All right, Madam Genevieve wants this project completed today. I was thinking about tomorrow, but she says today. Doc, how about you? Yesterday?
Yesterday.
So Doc says that he wants the project to be completed yesterday. All right, so I've been speaking to Dr. Issa. He's a resident doctor here at the Issa Polyclinic in the Issa district. And then Madam Genevieve Yeripari is the District Health Director. Thank you very much for speaking with us. As I exit with you, we will come back now and speak with the project consultant and then also the Presidential Advisor on Health, Dr. Insiasare. They are going to be giving us some updates as far as this particular project is concerned, as we await the arrival of the President of the Republic, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who I can tell you is already in Issa, where he's meeting with the chiefs and elders in Issa, together with the community. There's a Deba being held in his honor. As soon as he finishes, it's just about 3 minutes drive from the Deba grounds to the facility where we are, and President Akufo-Addo will be here. He will be briefed by the project consultants and also by other officials who are herein gathered. So thank you very much, Madam Genevieve. Thank you very much, Dr. Issa, for engaging with me. I'm going to receive Dr. Insia Asare and also the project consultant, Mr. George Rekubrobe, I should say. So as they walk to me, let me tell you that we're bringing you this live coverage from the grounds here at the Issa district, where one of 5 Agenda 111 projects, project which is taking place here in the Upper West region is being constructed. From behind me, you can see the project ongoing. There are people who are working, all of them in the requisite clothing with their hats and all that, protective gear, to ensure that casualties are minimized. I've been joined by Dr. Insia Asare. Dr. Insia Asare is the Presidential Advisor on Health. I will also be joined by the Zone 5 Project Coordinator. Now, Zone 5, because here, as far as the Agenda 111 projects are concerned, the project consultants are telling us that they've zoned all the 111 projects into 8 different zones. Now, Mr. George Rekubrobe here is the one in charge of Zone 5. And Zone 5 consists of the projects that are under, or the projects that are taking place, being constructed in the Wa region, the Upper West region, I should say. So thank you very much, Mr. Rekubrobe, for joining us.
Thank you, thank you.
And then also Dr. Insiasai, thank you for joining us.
Thank you and good morning.
All right. So yesterday we had a conversation with this same gentleman at the Lambusie site of Agenda 111, and that is up north, the upper part of the Upper West region. Now we are more so perhaps in the middle belt of the Upper West region. Mr. Rekubrobe, tell us, what is the state of affairs here as far as the Agenda 111 project is concerned?
Well, currently the contractor is at the substructure level. They've done some isolated columns and the ground beams, and they are yet to do the hardcore filling. So we're looking to say they are about 12% into the construction phase.
So about 12% complete. That means that we have about 88% to go.
Yes, the contractors have some challenges with regards to procurement of materials, like the chippings. And because of the volume of contractors that want the same product, they are restricted with regards to the amount of purchases that they can make. So sometimes they are restricted to buy just about 1 trip or 2 trips at a time. I think the recommendation is that the contractors should come together and procure those materials in bulk on site so that it can help them speed up the progress.
So that would mean that you are talking about the contractors who are doing the work for your zone, the Zone 5.
I'm talking about contractors for this particular site, the Issa site, yes.
But when you talk about the fact that you think they would have to come together and buy their products in bulk,
recommendation, yes.
Who and who are coming together? That's what I want to establish.
Oh, there are 3 contractors on this particular project. I think it's Rama, there's Monjori, and then there's a third one, I've forgotten the name. Yes, so they are the 3 contractors supposedly on this project.
Okay, so you are suggesting that the 3 contractors who are working on just this project should join forces and buy their materials together. It will help speed up the process. Exactly. Indeed. All right, I'm going to come back to you. Stay with me. Let me come to Dr. Insiasare. Ahead of President Akufo-Addo's visit, you are his advisor when it comes to issues of health. That means that this Agenda 111 project, you are very much involved in the putting together of the vision and all that. Tell us what you have seen here today ahead of the president coming. Are you impressed? Do you think that work needs to be speed up a little bit? What are your first-hand impressions?
I'm slightly disappointed of the amount of work done here. And this morning, when I came here, we have spoken to all the contractors and we've asked them to speed up because this Agenda 111 project has timelines. We want to finish it as quickly as possible And as the president said, he wants to commission all of them before he leaves power on the 6th of January 2025. And I believe that they can at least hasten up a bit. As the consultant said, if it is materials, they should all get together and then buy the material in bulk and bring to site. This is a project where we have at least given 10% mobilization to all the contractors who have started work. And I believe that they should use those mobilizations to get enough material aside and then work very fast. If you look at this place, it's not like down south where we have hilly areas where they have to cut and fill and all sort of things. This is a flat land. So they should have gone faster than what we have seen here.
Okay, so Dr.
Despite what their constraints, I don't believe that the constraints should be a factor for them to do only, how many? Is it 12%? They should be more above about 50% by now, because they started in January. 5 months is gone, and every contractor has, some of them have 8 months to go. Total construction period, the main contractor has about 15 months. And if 8 months is gone and we haven't done half of the job, then it's a bit worrying. That's why we are here. I'm happy that the president is coming here. He's going to ginger them up. He's going to put a lot of pressure on them that we have to finish this project.
Okay, so Dr. Isiasare, not missing words, indicating that he's not too excited about the progress of work here, but he's also assured that once the president is coming here, it is likely to affect the output of work going forward. But let me stay with you, Dr. Isiasare. From where you sit, there is responsibility on you and also on government to whip up the process. What will be the strategy that you think you would adopt to whip up interest, particularly for the local contractors who are working here, the indigenous Ghanaian contractors? What is the strategy to whip up their work so that their output will be comparable to what we are hearing in relation to the contractors who are not so indigenous, who are perhaps outside of the Ghanaian space?
Yeah, what you are doing is that we've started already. After we visited the 3 northern region, Upper East and Northeast region, last week, Wednesday and Thursday, we met the consultants. We met all the 8 consultants, the representatives of all the 8 consultants, and we told them what we saw when we went to the 3 regions and what we've been seeing in the pictures that they've been giving to us. And we didn't mince words, that we will not shy away from cancelling or terminating any contract which is not going very well. Luckily, most of the sites, they are about 2 more than 1 contractor. Some of them have 3, has 4 contractors. At some sites, some of the contractors are going faster while the others are dragging them behind. So it is very easy that we ask the other people who are there to continue doing the job for us and finish as quickly as possible. What we are going to do when we go back to Accra on Thursday is that next week or next 2 weeks, we are going to call all the contractors who are not doing well with the consultants. The 2 of them will sit down with us for about 3 or 4 days, and then we find out what the issues are and try to solve the issues, and also admonish those who are not doing well, and then ask them to move forward. The next thing that we are doing is that the consultants have written to us, those who are, a few of them who are not doing well, and letters have gone to them. There's a letter, they normally contractually we have to write about 2 or 3 letters. Some of them have gotten about 2 or 3 letters. So we are not going to shy away if somebody is not pulling the weight. We believe that this is a way of trying to make our local contractors also back up. But sometimes you see this, and if you look at sometimes the sites that we go to, the caliber and also the people who are on site, we have to encourage them, and the consultants are doing very well to encourage them to employ Ghanaians, Ghanaian architects, Ghanaian quantity surveyors, Ghanaian engineers. They are all over the place, and there are a lot of people who are looking for jobs to do. So I believe it's not the people who will do the job. I believe that if you put the money where the money is supposed to be, the job can be done and be done in a record time. And that's what we are going to do. We are going to crack the whip, and those who have to be whipped, we whip them into line to finish this construction as quickly as possible. We gave ourselves, this construction site should not last for more than 18 months. Maximum 15, maximum 18 months, depending upon the
the scope of work. And I believe that if you start the contract about 8 months ago, and you have 18 months, you have only 10 months to finish. And there is no way that they shouldn't finish within that period. What I understand is that the most difficult work is the substructure. So when the substructure is done, the pillars comes up, you can put the beam and then put the roof in. Then you work even during rainy season when the roof is on top. And that's the advice you have given to the consultants. That's the advice you also will give to them on the site, that this is what they should do.
Okay, so Dr. Isiasari says that from where he sits on government circles, they are going to crack the whip. If you may turn and face the camera a bit more. From the project consulting point of view, what are you going to do in support of that effort to crack the whip so that your contractors who are working under you as consultants get on the job and get it done, particularly the local contractors?
Yes, like Doc said, we had a meeting with the HIG consortium, and they told us that we're not happy with the current performance of the contractors. We've also had separate meetings with the contractors, and in a few instances we realized that they don't have the requisite personnel, the qualified requisite personnel that are on the project. So we've asked them to give us updated CVs of their current workers on site, so we make sure that all those people who are on field are qualified and can execute the work. And we've also discussed with them measures that we think they should put in place for the works to speed up. Like I just recommended in our earlier conversation about procurement of materials, and we hope that this should help speed up the progress. And of course, we've also cautioned them that we won't hesitate to write termination letters if it's important, if it's critical. So these are some of the things that we would help set them up, and like Doc was saying, we wanted to encourage our local contractors, so that's why we've engaged local content with regards to this Agenda 1.1 phase. And so we're hoping that with these measures in place, both the one that Doc has mentioned and the one that is coming from our end, we will be able to get the project in full flight.
Okay, so Kweku, Dr. Isiasari is staying with me, and so is Mr. Charles Rekubrobe also staying with me. But George Rekubrobe is staying with me. I'm sorry about that. Now, if you're just watching us, this is the Ministry of Information production. We're bringing you a live coverage of President Akufo-Addo's tour of the Upper West region. Today, President Akufo-Addo has made a stopover at the Wa Shopping Center, where he inspected the ongoing process there. He is currently in the Issa district, where he is being held with a Deba, being honored with a Deba of the chiefs and elders of the Issa district. After that, President Akufo-Addo and his entourage will drive here to the Issa site of the Agenda 1.1.1, where he's going to be briefed on progress of work and also the processes that are going to unfold after his visit today, to ensure that this project is completed within the timelines. We've been speaking with Dr. Isiasari. He's been telling us about the fact that he's not too excited about the progress of work here on this site, but he believes that with the president's visit, it will whip up interest so that the contractors will get to work and complete the process. Dr. Isiasari again tells us that his office is going to be organizing a meeting between them and the project consultants together with the contractors going forward to ensure that particularly the local contractors who are involved in this. When we say local contractors, we're talking about the indigenous Ghanaian contractors. After receiving their 10% mobilization fees, will get to work more effectively than this so that Agenda 1.1.1 can be realized. There are 111 of such projects taking place in our country, and I'm going to come back to Dr. Isiasari because beyond this particular one that you are seeing, earlier on, before we came here, you showed me some pictures of some other projects that, in your view, are doing very well. If you could just give us a brief of some of these projects, where they are, and what the other contractors can learn from these other persons whose projects appear to be doing better than theirs.
I'll tell you, up north, in the Upper East region, if you go to Garu, you go to Binduri, a lot of the work going on there is fantastic. And if you go to where even we went to yesterday at Lambusi, it's not too bad. And we have also been receiving pictures from other zones. where work is going on. Some of them have reached lintel level. Some of them are even about to roof. And that's what we want to see now, not what we are seeing here today, that is mainly the substructure is not even finished. By now, the substructure should have been finished. The pillars will have been up, and then even some of them have reached lintel level. That's what we want to see. And I also want to add quickly, there are some of the local contractors who have also gone very high. If you go to Binduri and Garu, they are foreign contractors. Even areas where they started work as late as June, if you see the amount of work that they've done when we met the consultants last week, Wednesday and Thursday, it's fantastic. And that's the way that we have to go. The president, in his wisdom, wants the local content to be deepened. And I believe that if the local contractors are listening to me today, we'll be going rounds. Even after the president has finished, the team will be going round of the consultants regularly to make sure that we whip everybody. And as the consultant said, if we are not doing very well, we will not shy away for giving you a termination letter and give it to the other people. As I speak now, over 220 contractors have collected their mobilization, 10% mobilization. So any contractor who has collected a 10% mobilization, if he's not on site, it means he's not interested in the work. Period. If you're on site, you should also have gone further than what you are doing. So I want the contractors, if they are listening to me today, that those who have maybe received some warning letters and all these things, I know they've all run to the site. Those who have not received and they are doing well, they should continue. And we shall be coming there. But we are not going to sit down until this project is completed.
Okay, so when it comes to the issues of finances, beyond the 10% mobilization, is there a specific timeline or a certain kind of model you work with to provide these contractors with the extra money that they need for purposes of executing these projects?
You see, in construction, you're giving 10% mobilization, you work over and above the 10%, you bring what you call an interim payment certificate, and then you are paid. I think we have paid another 3 interim payment certificates, those who are doing very well. If you bring it, consultants look at it, it goes to the coordinator of the job, that's a hospital infrastructure group, comes to the office of the president, and then you'll be giving your money. So far, anybody who has presented a certificate, as we speak now, has been paid. So we believe that once you work, and once you work very fast, and then you bring your certificate, we'll then get you the money for you to continue. And some of them are doing very well, fantastically well. Some people even started before they got their mobilization. And after the mobilization, they've pushed it into the work, and the work is going on.
So is that essentially, Dr. Nsiasare is saying, if I get him right, that your output determines your input. So when you put out, then you receive the inputs that you deserve to be able to continue with the work. Okay, so Mr. Konsana, when the president arrives here today, what essentially are you going to tell him? I've seen that you've erected the project, is it designs and architectural impressions. What are you going to be telling Mr. President when he's here?
Well, I'm going to inform the president that even though the performance currently is not as expected, we have had consultations with the constructors, and that they're going to increase their working hours, they're going to increase their labor strength on site, and hopefully we will crack the whip where necessary, and we'll get the project up and doing within the next few months.
Indeed. Thank you very much, George Rekubrobe. He's Zone 5 project consultant for Agenda 111 group of hospitals that are being built. And then Dr. Nsiasare is the presidential advisor on health. We are all here on the Issa district grounds where the Agenda 111 project is being constructed. And as you can see behind me, maybe let's pave the way so that people can see behind us. This is the project site. Earlier on, when I took a trip here, I saw that the project contractor has demarcated all the specific places, all the various buildings that are going to be built here. So in terms of the maternity ward, in terms of the laboratories, in terms of outpatients department and what have you, all those demarcations have been made. So if you come on the ground, you see that the work is ongoing. However, there is evidence to show that it is delayed, particularly here, but the officials involved in the process are excited about the president's visit, and they are anticipating that after this visit and with the brief they are going to give the president, together with the presence of the presidential advisor here, going forward in the next few months, there's going to be a lot of whipping of the people involved in the construction of Agenda 111 projects to ensure that the timelines that they have been given by those who are fronting this project or promoting the project, from the president himself all the way to all officers in his office, as far as health issues are concerned, they will whip these contractors into line to ensure the project is delivered on time. Dr. Nsiasare tells me that President Akufo-Addo wants to finish these projects within the space of his presidency, which is left at about, commission them. Okay, which space is left at about 2 years and a few months? Are we sure that this will be achieved?
I'm very certain that it will be achieved. You see, if you look at the work left, it's not any difficult job to be done. It's not a story building. It's a one-story building. So after the substructure is done, all what is done is the pillars will be raised, roofed, the filling, the market, and the equipment will also come in. Equipment is going to be a different contract altogether. And the personnel to work in have also all been planned so that we start employing the people, giving them financial clearance. You see, but one thing, Wilberforce, that I have to tell you, coming here, if you look at the essence and the vision of the president, why this Agenda 111 is being done, you see that at this area, it is more than the most important thing to be done here. There is one doctor who is working at the health center, and I'm very happy when I saw this young man at this area working here. So we have to put
Dr. Issa?
Dr. Issa.
Yes.
So we have to put up this hospital. Let Dr. Issa and other doctors, the regional director are all here, put in the personnel here, so that we reduce the number of referrals from here to Wa Regional Hospital. That's the essence. It's the first referral center for this district, for the DBI district. So once it's done, then we are then moving forward as a country, because what it means is that we should have people who are very near. Health should come near to the center of where the people are. That's exactly what we are trying to do. And to me, this is what the president's vision is, and this is the most important thing the president has done for this nation after COVID-19.
Indeed, Dr. Nsiasare is the presidential advisor on health. I see that President of the Republic, Nana Akufo-Addo, has arrived here at the facility where he is going to be inspecting the project. Currently, his vehicle is just pulling over to the site where the officials have gathered. His ADC has just gotten out of the vehicle and will open his door, and President Akufo-Addo will step out, get the briefing, and then will subsequently proceed from here to Khalil, where President Akufo-Addo will be commissioning the Khalil solar power project. And so President of the Republic, Nana Akufo-Addo, is out of his traveling vehicle, and he is exchanging pleasantries with the project officers, and will subsequently be briefed by the project manager. So yes, President Akufo-Addo has finished exchanging the pleasantries, and his officials will now brief him on the project activity. Yes, so President Nana Akufo-Addo is currently being briefed on the project, and he's been given first-hand information as far as the Issa District Hospital, which is the Agenda 111 hospital, is concerned. I will go a little closer. So, okay, all right. So let me be here and to engage the process. But President Akufo-Addo is still being briefed. The project consultant is currently speaking to him and giving him details of this particular project. Earlier on, when we spoke to the project consultant and also to the presidential advisor, Dr. Nsiasare, the understanding we have is that this project is a little behind schedule. They indicate to us that the contractors here need to be whipped into line so that they can do more work beyond what they are doing. We are told that this particular site work began in February of this year. And so February, March, April, May, June, July, and now August, that is 7 months into this project. And the officials believe that this project should have gone beyond the level that it is right now. Howbeit, they are saying that now that the president has come here, it is good omen for those who are contractors, 3 contractors who are working on this side. They must take advantage of the president's visit, shore up their activity to ensure that when next the president has an opportunity to come here to the ISA site, they will be able to confirm that work has been done properly. So in your short is President Akufo-Addo being briefed about this particular project. Together with his traveling officials, all the officials from the presidency he works with are here, making sure that he gets a good briefing. And so the project consultant, Mr. George Rekubrobe, is briefing the president about this project and to ensure that he gives him first-hand information. This is a live broadcast of President Akufo-Addo's tour of the Upper West region. He has been to the town center here in Isa, where he engaged with the chiefs and elders, and then he has proceeded to the Agenda 111 grounds here at the Isa district, where he's been given a briefing about the project, which we are told is about 12% complete. The officials are telling us that from the start time of this project to date, 12% or 11% is a little low. They are hoping that with the president's visit, it will beef up the process, particularly with the 3 contractors who are working on this site, so that they can do a bit more work. The timelines for most of the Agenda 111 project is 18 months. From all indications, this particular site, the contractor has 10 more months to complete the process, and he is yet to finish with his foundation. We are told that that foundation is almost complete, which is the most important part of the work. Once you get your SAPs completed, then lifting the building becomes the easier part. Yesterday when we went to Lambusie, we gathered that the foundation in Lambusie is completed, and so it is now left with raising the building to its lengthened level so that they can be roofed. Hopefully, with President Akufo-Addo's visits to this site, having chosen these 2 sites in this region, which has 5 Agenda 111 sites, it will become the underlining current to beef up the efforts of the contractors so that they can complete this work. President of the Republic, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, is in your shot, and there he's been giving a briefing of the Agenda 111 project, which is taking place here at the Isa constituency. The project consultants, together with the presidential advisor on health, Dr. Nsiasai, when they were speaking with us earlier, made it clear that they are not going to be holding brief for any contractor who doesn't go according to the strict timelines associated with the Agenda 111 project. They believe that it would not be beneficial to the state nor beneficial to the people in the districts where these projects are being done for any contractor to be shielded or to be shielded by the state. If you are not doing your work well, you will be called out. When you are called out, you will be instructed to do better. If you are not doing as better as the state requires, then they will be forced to crack the whip by suspending your project, taking the project from you and giving it to another person who is ready to meet the timelines that has been set by the state. So this is extremely clear. It's extremely important that the contractors who are engaged in this construction of Agenda 111 projects take heed to the caution that has been issued by the presidential advisor and also by the Zone 5 consultant who is in charge of all the projects that are taking place in the Upper West region as far as Agenda 111 is concerned. And so President Akufo-Addo is in our shot. The briefing is detailed, I'm being told, from the consul, and that's because the president himself is concerned about the current state of the project, and so he is asking questions and making sure that he can get answers to the project status. I've been joined by, is it the midwife? Midwife, yes. Please tell us your name.
I'm Grace Yendo, the midwife in the Polyclinic.
Okay, so your name again?
Grace Yendo.
Okay, so Grace, Auntie Grace. Auntie Grace, you have been here since we started. I've spotted you. You are the midwife. I'm told that one of the issues that you deal with a lot here in your polyclinic, your 30-bed polyclinic, are the issues to do with maternal health issues. Is that correct?
Yes, please.
Okay.
We have issues with maternal health issues as well as perinatal issues.
Okay, so now that this Agenda 11 project has kick-started, to what extent do you think the project, once completed, will influence the work you do here in the Issa district?
I think it will benefit the people here greatly, in the sense that the polyclinic at the moment is the only referral center for the whole district, with only one doctor and no anesthetist at the moment. We have a theater, but because of the unavailability of the anesthetist, we don't do CS cases, that's cesarean section for our mothers. We mostly refer them, and the referral to is a problem. The road network is an issue, ambulance services, when you are referring, financial issues as how they are going to be referred, they are all issues. So if this project is completed, I believe it will go a long way to help us in our service delivery as far as maternal and child health issues are concerned. The theater will be operating, more doctors will be coming here, more logistics will be given, and I believe that maybe other specialists like gynecologists and obstetricians with pediatricians, they will all be available, and I mean it will improve the health of the people greatly.
Indeed. All right. So I'll be speaking to Madam Grace. Madam Grace is the midwife here at the Issa Polyclinic, which is the only hospital in this particular district. So you are looking forward greatly to the Agenda 111 project. Are you in consultation with? Are you in constant consultation with the people who are executing this project? I know that the district health director will by all means be involved in the processes, but from where you sit, what is the kind of engagement that is going on between the hospital and the contractors to ensure that they execute this project quickly?
I think that relationship is there. We are hoping that they will continue to expedite action on the project so that it will be completed in time. To help in so many ways, like the referrals will be limited, and most of our health issues will be attended to here. So I believe we are working hand in hand with them to see this thing come to a fruitful.
Indeed, I've seen that the chief of Issa has joined President Akufo-Addo here on the grounds for the purposes of the inspection which is ongoing. So the project consultants are now not only briefing President Akufo-Addo, but they are also briefing the chief of the area so that he also gets first-hand information as far as this project is concerned. So that whilst President Akufo-Addo leaves Issa and goes back to Accra to continue his work, the chief, who obviously has some kind of attachment to his people, being the chief of the area, will be in touch with the project consultants to ensure that
even came here. When this project started, he's been visiting the project. I quite remember one of our General Assembly meetings. He joined me together with the Assembly members. We came for inspection. And all he said is that this project is very dear to the heart of the Fiema-Busse Issa people. Don't forget, proud to coming into office by the MPP government in 2017, this district had neither a district hospital nor a polyclinic. And all referral cases were either to Nadoli or to Wa until in 2019 when we upgraded the then Issa health center. It was actually downgraded to a CHIPS compound to a polyclinic status. God being so great, we are lucky to also have one of the Agenda 111. And so the chief and the people of Issa, together with the people of the Fiema-Busse Issa in general, are very happy with this project. It is the reason why the chief decided that I have to join the president to inspect this project.
Indeed. Kweku, so we've been speaking with the DCE for the area, and he's also been telling us the briefing the president got, joined by the chief, and then also subsequently what their expectations are. All right, so apart from, quickly, just to engage you before we exit, apart from this particular project which is taking place here, Agenda 111, are there any other projects of concern that are taking place here in the Issa district?
Yes, you know, this project is regards to health. And if you care to know, the District Assembly has initiated another project to upgrade the Fiema Health Center into a polyclinic. The same thing can be said about Kojukiri Health Center. There are some number of projects which are ongoing, and the plans is that to upgrade these health centers to polyclinics. We've not forgotten of the Fiang and that of Busse. Aside that, the District Assembly and the government, we're still working on providing CHIPS compounds and all other infrastructure that you need to improve health delivery in the district. The district had no health insurance office on its own. Thanks to His Excellency, there is an extra modern health insurance office complex which is being put up here in Issa. It's about 95% complete. By 2-3 months' time, it will be commissioned, and then we will establish a health insurance office here, so that people can go there, cut their health insurance cards, renew their cars within the district, so that they don't have to travel outside. And so, with regards to the health delivery system, this government has done its best.
Indeed, thank you very much for your thoughts. Thank you very much, the DC, for speaking with us. So this has been our coverage here at the Issa district, where President Akufo-Addo came to inspect the Agenda 111 project, which is ongoing here at the Issa district. We are told that the project is delayed a little. However, there are assurances from the project consultants that the project will be executed in time. My name is Wilberforce Asari. I will hand over back to Kweku in our studios as we move to Khalil for the commissioning of the Khalil for the commissioning of the Khalil solar power project. So Kweku, over to you.
All right, thank you very much, Wilberforce Asari, live from the Issa community, where President Akufo-Addo has just inspected the work ongoing there on the Agenda 111 hospital project. And as you did hear from Wilberforce Asari, the President and his delegation are now heading to Khalil for the commissioning of the Khalil solar power plant, which is also in the Upper West region. Just to give you a little bit of a background to that project. So the solar power plant is a 13 megawatt plant, which is in the Nadole Khalil district of the Upper West region, and it will provide power to some 32 households. So that's a big deal for the region, and we will be there to bring you more once the President arrives at the scene to commission the project. You're watching our special coverage of the President's regional tours, a production by the Ministry of Information, live from Accra. But we are with you with the President in the Upper West region. Later on this week, we'll move to the Savannah region, where the President will wrap up his tour for the week. Where you're watching us live on GTV, Metro TV, City TV, Adum TV, Netu TV, Wezo TV, and of course Wuntumi TV, and you are also listening to us on Asase Radio. You've been watching us on the Facebook page of the Ministry of Information. We will go for a break. When we come back, we'll be live in Khalil, where President Akufo-Addo will be commissioning the solar power plant. Do stay with us. My name is Akufo-Addo. We'll be back with a Khalil special coverage.
Household are going to benefit from this project when officially commissioned by the President of the Republic. So, in no time, I will be engaging the District Chief Executive Officer of Khalil District to tell us more about this project since it directly sits in her district. Honorable, thank you and welcome.
Thank you too and welcome to Nadoli Khalil.
Thank you very much. I hope after this program I also have more feeling about Khalil Nadoli.
Exactly.
Okay, so madam, tell us, how is this project so meaningful to the people of Khalil and in general whole people of Upper West Region?
Yeah, I would like to say a very big thank you to His Excellency the President Akufo-Addo, to the German government, to VRA for this beautiful project that they have not chosen any place but my district, specifically Khalil, for this project. Though it's a national project, but for the people of Nadoli Khalil, we are going to benefit a lot in the sense that from the inception, the sword cutting, up to completion of this phase 1, we have had a lot of employment for our youth, from security to laborers to even the technical team. We have been able to get our young people to come on board. So for me, I think that it's going to be a very good benefit for my people. And also, we are also going to benefit from the corporate social responsibility that this project is going to bring about. We are getting some schools, we are going to get rural electrification extended because of this project, and a host of other things that this project is going to benefit my people.
Okay, as a district chief executive, I hope you have the historical antecedent of this project. Can you tell us what actually brought about this power plant here?
Yes, what actually brought about the plant is that we have the resources. We have the sun, which is in abundance, and we have the land that is flat for such a project. And so other countries are benefiting from wind, they are benefiting from hydro. Ghana as well, we have some bit of hydro, but we cannot let the sun waste. The sun just burns us and move away. But if we are able to tap the sun and use it, if we are able to tap the sun to use it for the benefit of the entire country, I think that is the best thing to do. And we are happy that this project has been located here and is going to add to the national grid so that the frequent doom so that we used to experience, it will be a thing of the past, so that when hydro fails us, we know that we can always rely on the solar.
Thank you very much for your time, for speaking to us. Kwaku, the District Chief Executive Officer for Khalil District, no, say, or church remo, Babia, and in the Econam Sokofasa. Jumadi say one, it was because of the rampant power outages. Yana Omo FAC district Hanum and our government, I think anyway. So then, if that they should use it as a base and use it to sort out every electric challenge. A war a year mentioning emu and for the entire Upper West region. So Kwaku, I also start engaging other people who will also be giving us other details and how they also see this project. And a project ever to me at the Abromo. So let me also engage this gentleman here. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Please, what's your name and your position?
I'm Honorable Fuska Nengpeng, Assembly Member for Khalil East.
Okay. So, as an Assembly Member of Khalil East, before this project came on board, how has the power outage been affecting your people in your electoral area?
Fortunately, on power outages, there were a lot of power outages within the enclave, or even in Ghana as a whole. But now, with this, the inception of this project, I think it is going to help to beef up the power consumption or the power level of the nation.
So, how does your people receive this news?
It is a welcome news to them. They are very, very happy for such initiative.
So now the people in your electoral area can be rest assured that 24/7, unless any natural cause, you are going to have power flowing through your household.
That is our plea. That is what we all intend for. Because we are thinking that at the end of or after today's project, we will not even experience any power outage within the Khalil community and Upper West and at Ghana as well large, because we know that this project is going to be hooked into the national grid to serve other communities, not only Khalil. So it will help to solve our power problems.
So aside farming, what other business does your people in your electoral area do?
For business aside farming, others are also into small scale businesses. So others have their shops that they have cold stores. They also have some small shops that they also use these live equipment or live gadgets to operate. So it is also something that is happening within the enclave or within the electoral area or the community as large.
Thank you very much for also joining us. The assembly member. So Khalil district I'm to say yere ono so edi enkomna wo chirechim how beneficial this project will also be to one ne emanfo. But quickly mami run emanfo ya share live across the country on about 7 TV stations and about numerous radio stations the program nakasa and empenfo AC and one enkonyentia and the president of the republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo about Khalil in the Upper West region. So that's an opening prayer. So after that, we have an address from the regional minister. Since this project sits directly in his region, he has to also welcome the president and his entourage to the region. Now, after we'll be able to the purpose of our visit in this region, there will be an address by the chairman of the function, who actually happens to be president of the Upper West Regional House of Chiefs. Then after that, there will also be an address by the board chairman of the Volta River Authority to tell us their role in this project and any other project they also have in plan for the people of Upper West region. After that, there will be an address by the German ambassador to Ghana, because this project is a collaborative work between the government of Ghana and the government of Germany. So she will also be giving us an address. Then the deputy minister for energy, since the minister for energy will not be able to make it, the deputy minister will read an address on the minister's behalf. Then we have a musical interlude whereby we have to prepare our ground for the main speech, which will be coming from the president of the republic, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. So let me also still get in touch with other people to also engage them to find out how they're also receiving this news about such a magnified project that cost about 22.8 million euros. This is a 30 megawatt power, directly solar power, and it's going to serve about 32,000 households in the whole of Upper West region. Thank you, sir, for joining us.
Yes, you are most welcome.
Thank you very much. Can you give us your full name and your designation?
Yes, I'm Honorable Solomon Antoine Khalil West, Assemblyman.
Oh, okay, so I just spoke to your colleague, brother, in the opposite direction of your electoral area. So for your people in your electoral area, how beneficial would this project be to them?
Yes, the project is beneficial to us for now because some of our youth have been employed to the project. So I can say that is a plus to the community at large. Because some of them were not having jobs, but now they have given them job for them to be doing for a while. So we actually appreciated for that.
Okay, so for the about 50 people who were engaged in this work, some came from your electoral area?
My electoral area, few of them came from my electoral area, yes. Please.
So now let's look at, apart from farming, what other typical business that your people do that will directly benefit from this project?
Benefit, what they can benefit is like we have bars, operational bars. So some of them at least have been operating them. I mean, they get benefit from them because the workers there goes there to buy drinks and then food as well. We have stores which they also purchase soaps and other things, beverages which are also beneficial to the community as well, or the members as well.
Okay, so from the look of things, it looks as if that now the erected power challenges that your people have been facing, after this commissioning by the president, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, you have the hope and belief that it's going to be a thing of the past.
Yes, that is what we are hoping, and I believe that will also cut off the power erratic in the community. That is what we don't want to experience, the power cut out anymore.
Thank you very much. So, Kwaku, I just spoke to the assembly member who actually is for the people of the western part of Khalil district. So he was the one that I spoke to, and he has also expressed how this project is going to be beneficial to his people. So, Red, I will get you in touch with the Volta River Authority since they actually worked on this project. They will be able to give us the full scope of the project. When we talk about the commission of the Khalil solar power plant, what actually it is, what does it entail? The people and officials from the Volta River Authority who work directly for this project will be able to give us all these briefings. So that across the length and breadth of this country, will appreciate what this government actually is doing to help electrification project. And since it has put in place measures to ensure that renewable energy will become something that our man will move forward with. We started with thermal energy under the first president of the Republic, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Then kakra krasa anede ebabe raka power ne ade NSA and the renewable energy and so abekauno. And the renewable energy from here say it has come to stay. And abampen for the share we're looking for by 2030. Ghana will have over 1,000 megawatts of power from renewable energy since we have what it takes to make it work. We'll be getting in touch with the Volta River Authority to give us full detail of this project that the President of the Republic is about to commission and the benefit it will have on the good people of the Upper West region. Just as I said earlier on, it's going to serve power to about 32,000 households in the whole of the Upper West region. So this is what the people in the region are going to benefit from. So Koku, let me get in touch with the Volta River Authority officer who is joining me here on set. Thank you, sir, and welcome.
Thank you.
Can you give us your full name and your designation, sir?
I am Isaac Bedu, Manager, Project Management, VRE.
Oh, okay, thank you. Now, since this project will sit directly under your office, can you tell us this whole project, what is it about?
This is a renewable energy power project. It's a solar power project. So what you see here is a solar farm, 8 megawatt solar farm, which uses the sun's energy to generate electricity.
Okay. So how did it come about? What actually engineered this project to be situated at Khalil?
Okay, solar means that we need a resource, we need the sun as a resource for the generation. And in the northern sector of the country, especially in Upper West, we have the sun, the resources available, and also land is available. For solar, you need, huge acres of land in order to be able to develop the plant. So with the resource available and then the land availability in the Upper West region, we decided to site the project here.
Okay. So aside solar, aside the sun, which is available in this region, aside the availability of land, did you find it difficult getting other things that you need to put up this project?
No, I think we've enjoyed a very good cooperation with the people in the area. When we started looking for land, there were quite a number of people who were ready to give us land for us to develop. So we didn't encounter much difficulty as far as coming into the region. The regional minister was very cooperative, the chiefs were very cooperative, and the landowners were also very cooperative.
Okay, so how is it going to be connected to the national grid to serve the whole people of the Upper West region?
Okay, so this is connected to the 34 kV line, but it's connected directly into Grico's substation, so it's connected into the grid, the national grid, the 161 grid. So wherever you are, you still enjoy this.
The people of the Upper West region over the years have been caring about power outages, and their belief and hope is that for coming on board of this project is going to be a thing of the past. Can that be that assurance to these people?
Yes, once it's sited here, it improves the voltages of the communities around. So once it's connected to the 34 kV line, the voltage is improved. So those who are living around will enjoy an improved voltage. It means that their voltage drops will reduce. You understand? So this goes straight into the 161. For the one in Laura, it was into the distribution network. So the people in Laura enjoyed direct benefits by the improvement in their voltages. And also because the radial line from goes through Laura, the people in Khalil as well also benefit from that.
Okay, so quickly, can you give us a little education about solar? Why, as a country, are we so much interested in renewable energy?
Okay, so renewable energy is to help us reduce our carbon emissions. Okay, when you do thermal plants, okay, you produce carbon emissions, which are harmful to the environment. But with solar, we are not producing those carbon emissions, okay? And so we are reducing our emissions in the environment and protecting the environment. That is one major benefit why we do solar.
Okay, so what kind of orientation have you given to the people in the region to understand the other side effect of a solar planted in their region?
There is no side effect. There is no benefit. So, I mean, we've educated them about the benefit of the solar. Okay, we are using the sun's energy to generate the energy, and you know, we are not.
Honorable Ministers of State, Your Excellencies, Members of Council of State, Members of Parliament, Board Chairman, Water River Authority, Municipal District Chief Executives, my colleague nominee, Ankuri, Chief Directors, Heads of Security Agencies and Departments, the press, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am privileged and greatly honored to have been chosen to chair this August gathering. First and foremost, on behalf of the chiefs and people of the Upper West region, and on my own behalf, I wish to welcome you and your entourage to the region. Secondly, we wish to express our gratitude and sincerest appreciation to you, Mr. President, for the relentless efforts you are putting into your administration to change the narrative or history of the Upper West region and Ghana as a whole, despite the global economic challenges. It is unprecedented, the monumental flagship programs and projects you are commissioning to change the lives of Ghanaians during your tenure of office. It gives us cause to celebrate, knowing that the people of Ghana did not make a mistake for maintaining you as the President of the Republic of Ghana. We, the chiefs of this region, have had the opportunity to participate in the launch of a number of social intervention programs you have initiated and implemented across the country, particularly in the Upper West region, to mitigate poverty amongst people who are mainly farmers. Your Excellency, it will be recalled that on 4th February 2020, we were here for the set cutting of the Khalil Solar Power Project. It is refreshing to note that today we are here again to witness the commissioning of the solar power project. This undoubtedly is going to change the energy mix in Ghana. In the Upper West region alone, 2 of these projects, this one we are currently witnessing today, and the other one in Laura. Most of such projects have been far removed from us in this region time past. Today, we are experiencing it happening live here in Khalil. That is a positive change for us in this region. Let me use this opportunity on behalf of the people of the region to thank the land-owning families for releasing the land for this magnificent project. It must be noted that going forward, Mr. President, I believe provision would be made to recruit people from the locality, especially those with requisite technical knowledge, and the community to benefit directly from the project. Your Excellency, we note with pride the benefits of the project. It will create employment for the Upper West region and the Ghanaian community at large. It will further add to the energy requirements of the country and furthermore facilitate rural electrification, which will serve as a catalyst for rural industrialization. It is a game changer, and the people of the Upper West region must applaud the President and his administration for this feat. Your Excellency, we look forward for more of such interventions in other parts of the region to stem the north-south drift of the population. Your Excellency, as traditional authorities, we are aware of the current
project is expected to provide power to some 32,000 households. This is the final major activity for the president as he concludes day 2 of his tour of the Upper West region. Remember, after today, the president will be moving to the Savannah region for 2 days before he wraps up the tour of the 2 regions for the weekend. As usual, we will be bringing you live coverage of all his activities in the region. This is a special coverage of the president's regional tours produced by the Ministry of Information live here in Accra. And you're also watching us on a number of television and radio stations, including GTV, Adom TV, City TV, Metro TV, Wontumi TV, Movement TV, Netu TV, Wezo TV, Asasi Radio. You're also watching us live on Facebook on the Ministry of Information Facebook page. Let's cross over now go back to Khalil and join our colleagues Wilberforce Asari and Akwesi Insia, who are on the ground bringing us all the big interviews ahead of the commissioning of that project. It is the commissioning of the Khalil Solar Power Plant. Is a 13 megawatts plant in the Nadole Khalil district of the Upper West region, and it is expected to provide power to some 32,000 households. The 22.8 million euros project was executed by Elecnor SA from Spain with Trabatel Engineering of Germany acting as the project consultant. It was funded by the KfW, a German development bank, through the loan agreement between the government of Ghana, the government of Germany, I beg your pardon, represented by the KfW, and the government of Ghana, represented by the Ministry of Finance and the Volta River Authority, or VRA. And so that ceremony is ongoing. Shortly, President Akufo-Addo will be addressing the gathering, and then he will go ahead to commission the plant in that particular district of the Upper West region. We're still here live on this channel bringing you all that you need to know on the president's regional tours. The president this week began his region a tour of the Upper West and the Savannah regions, and tomorrow he'll be moving to the Savannah region. We'll spend 2 days in the region before he wraps up and returns to Accra. Shortly we'll be taking you back to the Khalil township where the ceremony is ongoing, the commissioning of the Khalil Solar Power Plant. As you saw earlier on your screens, quite a number of people have gathered for the ceremony. You have officials from the Ministry of Energy, officials from the Ministry of Finance, from the Volta River Authority, from GridCo, as well as assembly members, district chief executives. You have ministers of state, senior government appointees, all gathering in Khalil for the commissioning of the Khalil Solar Power Plant in the Nadole Khalil district of the Upper West region. This is a big deal for the people in the area because, as we are told, this facility will provide power to some 32,000 households. Shortly, we will be taking you back to Khalil for the feed, and we will be bringing you more speeches from the VRA, from the Ministry of Energy, and then from the president himself as he speaks to the gathering and also moves ahead to commission the project. As we heard from residents in the area, they are expectant. They can't wait to be signed on or roped onto this whole facility, which will provide energy and power to some 32,000 households. Imagine being brought on board this facility, and you could see the excitement in the faces of many of the residents who've been speaking to our reporters on the ground. We will be speaking to our reporters shortly. We'll be moving back to them and bring you the live feed right here on our special coverage of the President's regional tours, a production by the Ministry of Information, also live on a number of media platforms, including GTV, Adom TV, City TV. We're also live on Metro TV, Wontumi TV, Movement TV, Netu TV, Wezo TV, and on radio on Asase Radio. We're also streaming live on Facebook on the Ministry of Information Facebook page. My name is Kweku Obenyeche. We will take a quick break.
and be state-ready to
and
continue
since
this
2011,
support.
the legal framework that is needed
The
for
second
the
message
deployment of solar
is the
power
message
in
to
our
the
country
independent power
kick-started.
producers.
So
This project
this particular
proves
project,
that
which is
this
funded
kind of
by
project of
the
this
German
size are
institution,
technically feasible
is
and
one
economic
of several
viable
projects
here
that
in
have been
Ghana.
rolled out by the
And we of
government
course
Ghana
hope
as
that
far as renewable energy
this
is
success
concerned.
will encourage many
President of the
other
Republic is
independent power
expected to
producers
address
to
this
follow.
gathering
I'm
before
actually
he will
quite
press the
optimistic
button
that in
to
particular the
officially
field of mining we will
inaugurate
see
the solar
followers.
power project here. We are told
Third
that
message,
this power
it's a
project
message to the international
is
community of
one
states
of several
that
that
signed
has
the
been
Paris
done
Climate
in this
Agreement.
part of our
This
country.
project will help to
And
reduce
this particular one
greenhouse
is
gas
coming on
emissions
stream
by over
with about
30,000 tons
17
of carbon dioxide
megawatts
per year. So
power,
Ghana is
to join the
working
grid so
on
that the
its
people of
promises.
Khalil and its environs will enjoy
And
the benefits of this
fourthly,
particular
it is a message
project.
to my government.
Earlier on,
In fact, you are just waiting for the President of the Republic to give his speech. Right after that, you better call baby and pay for commission, and that is where President of the Republic Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. And so, to me, Akoso and Kanami on say Ampa. Say I don't know, and just before say Obamino, I've been speaking to some assembly members. Yeah, especially this project was sit in their electoral area, and you see, say, because aside from Omudu Dunaka so at the light, Wonyuma and Kakra. So it's a big project. It adds up to our energy grid to have said Dum so man as witness over the years will actually be a thing of the past over for us.
In the 60s and the 70s. Embraced thermal generation in the 90s, and now we are charting a new path with the rest of the world in the area of modern renewable energy led by solar. Particularly, history will judge President Nana Akufo-Addo kindly for being the president since independence to have achieved the largest deployment of modern renewable energy capacity integration in the history of Ghana. Mr. President, out of a total installed renewable energy capacity of 151 megawatt P, 114 megawatt P, being 75%, was done by your government. This makes Ghana West Africa's leader in modern renewable energy deployment. Mr. President, your government is implementing additional projects which will ensure that by the end of next year, renewable energy capacity will reach about 300 megawatt P. This is in line with the Renewable Energy Master Plan, which was also developed by your government. Our goal for the power sector is to ensure that by the year 2030, we will have an installed capacity of at least 1,350 megawatt P of modern renewable energy. Mr. President, there is no doubt that your leadership and direction in the energy sector has repositioned our energy industry as key enabler for socio-economic development. In this era of energy transition, the policies of your government are already bearing fruits and are rightly projecting Ghana as a leader in sustainable development. This has given true meaning to your role as co-chair of the eminent group of the United Nations Sustainable Goals Advocates. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our planned and structured deployment of renewable energy projects in strategic parts of the country like Khalil is in line with our commitment to deliver affordable and reliable electricity. Under the management of the Honorable Minister, Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh, the Ministry of Energy will ensure that most of the new projects like this one are positioned geographically to improve electricity access and reliability across the country, provide jobs, and bring the engineering practice and technology closer to the doorstep of every Ghanaian. Ladies and gentlemen, the completion of this project in Khalil should remind all of us that the NPP government, under His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, is committed to developing Ghana and developing all other parts of our country as He's promised the people of Ghana. Mr. President, on behalf of the ministry and all our agencies, particularly VRA, GRIDCO, NEDCO, and ECG, I would like to assure you of our continuous resolve to support your vision of an energy economy that continues to deliver accelerated development to our people. I thank you very much, and may God bless us all.
Thank you very much, Honorable Amin Anta, our affable Deputy Minister for Energy. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, we are now having a privilege to invite
Valentine. Okay, so what do you do here in Khalil?
I am part of the elders of the constituency.
Okay, so what does this project that is being commissioning mean to you?
Oh, it means a lot because it will help create jobs for our people here. And with jobs, it changes the economy of the area. And so the youth will be empowered now. They will be empowered to take part in jobs and be able to improve their...
Okay, so we are crossing over to the podium. President Akufo-Addo is about to address the gathering. Let's hear Mr. President.
Clergy, Christian and Muslim, now Chairman, the Dafiama now, Upper West Regional Minister, the Minister for Roads and Highways, and Member of Parliament for Etiwa West, Minister for Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development, and Member of Parliament for Okre. The Minister for Information and Member of Parliament for Fuase Ayerebi. The Minister for Public Enterprises and Member of Parliament for Efia. The Deputy Minister for Energy and Member of Parliament for Karaga and other Deputy Ministers of State. Officials of the Presidency, Member of Parliament for Nadoli Khalil, the District Chief Executive for Nadoli Khalil District Assembly, the Chairperson and members of the Board of the Volta River Authority, Chief Executive Officer and Management of the Volta River Authority, Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Germany to the Republic of Ghana, Ambassador of the Kingdom of Spain to the Republic of Ghana, representatives of the contractors, the President and other distinguished members of the Upper West Regional House of Chiefs and other traditional rulers, residents of Kaleo, fellow Ghanaians, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm happy to see my good friend, Bernard Mona, here. Even though initially I thought on seeing him that the demonstration had been transferred from Accra here to Khalil. It is good to be back in Khalil, especially to commission the Volta River Authority's 13-megawatt solar power project. This is further testament to the fact that what President Akufo-Addo promises, he delivers. You will recall that in February 2020, before the conduct of the 2020 general elections, I was here in Kaleo to cut the sword for the commencement of this project, which was the first phase of what will eventually be a 28-megawatt plant here at Khalil. As pledged, this project has been duly completed, reiterating government's commitment to diversify further the country's entire generation portfolio and increasing the nation's renewable energy generation mix. The project, along with ongoing interventions in the area of energy efficiency, use of natural gas for thermal generation, adoption of cleaner cooking solutions, decarbonization of oil production, amongst others, is helping us accelerate the attainment of our nationally determined contributions as presented at COP26 in Glasgow in the United Kingdom. The Akufo-Addo government has invested heavily in the electricity transmission network, which will enable us to evacuate more renewable energy through the national grid to support the extension of electricity to all parts of Ghana. For this reason, Khalil has a dedicated transmission line that evacuates power from the current and future solar capacity at Khalil to the grid co-substation at Wa. At peak sun hours, the Khalil and Laura plants can meet the entire load at Wa and its environs. This can make Wa the greenest city in Ghana. The completion of the Khalil solar power plant is consistent with Ghana's nationally determined contributions to addressing the effects of climate change. Ladies and gentlemen, now Chairman, since 1961, when the nation started commercial production of electricity, almost all the generation assets, with the exception of the Bui hydropower plant, have been located in the middle and southern parts of the country. We have thus taken upon ourselves, as part of our development trajectory, to bring some of these sources closer to the north, thereby opening up additional opportunities in our regional development journey. The Volta River Authority has been one of our main vehicles for improving access to electricity and related developments, particularly in the northern parts of the country, and it will continue to do so. It completed the first solar plant of 2.5 megawatts in Navrongo way back in 2013. Under this government, we have successfully completed a 6.5 megawatt solar plant in Lora, which I personally commissioned. Today, we're here signing off on this 13 megawatt addition. This particular project in Khalil commenced concurrently with the Laura project in September 2019. And initially, the combined capacity of the two projects was to be 19.5 megawatts. Today, I'm reliably informed that through the diligence of the Volta River Authority and the implementation of some technical improvements, the projects now have a combined capacity of 22.8 megawatts. Congratulations to VRA management and their technical teams. This increase in power generation in the Upper West region is evidence that the region's industrial and socio-economic takeoff can now accelerate. Industries and other facilities which before time could not be established in the region due to unavailability of reliable and affordable electricity supply can now be assured that there is enough energy capacity to meet their industrial, leisure, and domestic needs. I'm happy to announce that even as we commission this project, the construction of another 15 megawatt plant has already begun, and funding has been duly secured from our partners, the German Development Bank KfW. We expect that in less than a year from now, the contractors will complete that as well, and we shall all gather together once more to witness another historic milestone. Without a doubt, the benefits of renewable energy in our part of the world are immeasurable. In addition to the preservation of the environment, the continued availability of the sun throughout the year at no extra charge reduces the recurrent financial burden in delivering electricity in our nation. Renewable energy is an answer to poverty eradication, improved livelihoods, and a catalyst for socio-economic development. I encourage international partners who are seeking to invest in other sectors of the country to work with the Volta River Authority to develop more of such projects in these environments. Ladies and gentlemen, now Chairman, it is worth emphasizing that this Khalil project will provide several benefits, including increasing the geographic spread of our power generation assets, improving the resilience of our national power system, stabilizing voltage levels and reliability of power supply in the region, and ultimately reducing the nation's carbon footprint. This new project is employing some 130 people during the construction phase. I'm glad to note that most of the workers used for some 95% of the construction and operational phase are from the nearby communities. The project will serve as a tourism boost for the Khalil community and as a destination for educational and technological field trips in the region. It will contribute to promoting the advancement of science education engineering and technological activities in this area and broaden the career outlook of our young people. With this project in the community, it is expected that corporate social responsibility programs for Khalil and neighboring communities will be enhanced by the appropriate authorities in many forms, including but not limited to the rehabilitation of the Khalil DA Primary School and the provision of furniture and other critical amenities for the school. I commend the project contractor, Elecnor SA from Spain, and the consultant, Tractor Belt Engineering from Germany, for completing this project successfully. I commend also the Ministries of Finance and Energy and the Volta River Authority for their respective roles in bringing this project to fruition. And I'm particularly grateful to the German government, with whom the government of Ghana enjoys strong relations of cooperation and partnership, for funding this project through KFW. And I look forward to more of such fruitful exchanges in the future. And I welcome very much the presence of the German ambassador here with us, as I do that of the Spanish ambassador too. And I take very much on board the suggestions from the German ambassador about exploring further modes of Ghanaian-German cooperation in the energy field. On behalf of government, I express my sincere appreciation to the Upper West Regional Minister, the traditional leaders, and all stakeholders for their support and cooperation in the development of these projects. It is my sincerest expectation that maintenance of the project will be on top of everybody's agenda, so that the purpose for which it has been set up will not be lost. Accordingly, Nana Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen, I have great pleasure to declare the 13-megawatt Khalil solar power project duly commissioned. May God bless the people of Khalil, the Upper West region, and us all. And may God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make her great and strong. I thank you for your attention.
All right, so President of the Republic, Nana Akufo-Addo, has just addressed the gathering here at Khalil, and essentially declaring that the Khalil solar power project is duly commissioned. President Akufo-Addo, in his speech, did indicate that he's excited about this project, and that's because the Upper West region is on its way to become the greenest region in the Republic of Ghana, because the amount of power that is being coming out from this project has the ability to essentially make it the city the greenest in our country. I've just been joined by the Deputy Minister for Energy, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam, who indeed addressed this gathering. He was there when the President was speaking. Let me quickly ask you, from the President's speech and the commissioning of this project, what is in stock for this region with this project coming into force?
I mean, first of all, as the President said, Wa and its environs are now declared the greenest city in the whole of Ghana, because the Wa substation in Wa has a total load of about 31 megawatts for the entire Upper West region. But for Wa and its environs, it's about 21 megawatts. Now, this facility, which is 13 megawatts, plus the 6 megawatts of solar in Laura, together gives us about 19 megawatts. And so, which means that the 19 megawatts can meet the total load for Wa and its environs from renewable energy, from solar. And this is why the President is right in declaring Wa as the greenest city in Ghana.
Indeed. All right. So, what next for the President now that the process is on? Like here, I mean, after this, what is he going to do? He's going to inspect some things here. What is he going to do?
Inspect the facility, and then he will switch on so that formally we are connected to the national grid. But this has to be hooked to the national grid. There is a dedicated transmission line here in Khalil, which we are going to hook the solar power to, and then that will be taken through to the substation in Wa for distribution through the region.
So how is the distribution going to be done?
We are taking it into the national grid, and once it goes into the national grid, there are substations there where they can switch on to distribute it for consumption in the Wa area or to be part of the energy that is being exported.
Indeed. All right. So lastly, before I let you go, I know you need to go and join the president, but before I let you go, tell us what next for the issues about renewable energy, not only here in the Upper West region, but for the rest of the country.
It is important for me to state that the President Akufo-Addo, is now on record as the president who has achieved the greatest deployment of renewable energy in our history as a country. We currently have 151 megawatts of solar, but the president alone has done 75% of that. That is 114 megawatts of that. This is very historic, and this is why he's living by the name that is one of the co-chairs of the UN Sustainable Development Goals advocates. He's living by that, not just in words, but also in action, in deeds. We are also developing the energy transition plan under his instructions, and we will, through that, scale up the deployment of renewable energy. For example, by the end of next year, we want to achieve 300 megawatts of solar. You know that we is doing 100 megawatts right now. If you add it to the 151, that's about 250. VRA is going to do an additional solar here in Khalil. And if you add the others that are happening around the country, we should be achieving 300 megawatts by the end of next year. Our goal is to achieve 1,350 as per the Renewable Energy Master Plan. But the way we have started and the agency we have attached to it shows that we are committed to contribute our quota to addressing the climate change problems afflicting the whole world.
And I know that the Jubilee House, for example, is also going solar, because when you enter there, you see that they are fixing solar panels. When President Akufo-Addo was speaking, he talked about maintenance. How is maintenance, how are we going to ensure that this project is maintained so that it keeps supplying the service it's going to be bringing here?
The project cost includes maintenance, and therefore the contractors that have built this will also be involved in the maintenance up to some point. We are training Ghanaians, and we will train Ghanaians to take over the maintenance when the time for the contractor to go is due. And so as far as maintenance is concerned, we are very much aware of it. That is why the cost of that is included in the project, and that is why we are training our own Ghanaians. We also want to mention that VRA is going to support our universities in the north, to train people in solar installation and also solar maintenance, so that they can be recruited eventually to take care of the maintenance and the future installation of solar and other renewable energy facilities in the northern part of the country.
Okay, so Minister, just before I let you go, we need to tell the people that President Akufo-Addo has actually pressed the button, and so currently here on the grounds where we are, the floodlights are on, and it is powered by the solar installation that has been fixed here. And so the solar system that has been fixed in Khalil is airborne, I can say, and it's now available for distribution. President Akufo-Addo is heading to the center to inspect the where the machines and everything are set up. But Minister, wrapping up with you, are we certain that we'll be able to achieve that target that has been set in the renewable energy policy, as you mentioned, looking at the speed at which we are going, or we need to increase the momentum to be able to meet the targets as has been set in that policy?
Yeah, we will achieve it. I mean, if we develop the facility, the Renewable Energy Master Plan, only in 2018, 2019, and we are already achieving 300, by the end of next year, it shows that we have started well, and the progress is impressive. And so I have no doubt that with the way we are addressing it, and the agency attached to it and the resources we are mobilizing with our partners to undertake these projects, I have no doubt that under the leadership of Dr. Matthew Opoko Prempeh, my boss, we are going to achieve the target we have set for ourselves. There is no doubt about that.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Deputy Minister. Deputy Minister for Energy is the one we have been speaking to, Mohammed Amin Adam. Thank you very much for engaging us. We will allow you to go and join with the President, and we'll talk again very soon.
And greetings to everybody. Bye.
Indeed. All right, so we've been bringing you a live coverage of the commissioning of the Khalil solar power project here in Khalil, where President Akufo-Addo joined the chiefs and elders and indeed the entire inhabitants of Khalil to bring you the commissioning of the ceremony. We can tell you that this 13 megawatts power solar energy has been duly commissioned. It is on now. The lights are showing that indeed it is on, and we are told that it will be distributed to the people of Wa, and hopefully the people of Wa, or the Wa Upper West region, could become the greenest city in Ghana, because the power that is going to be supplied from this solar power is capable of meeting virtually all their needs in terms of electrical power. Once that is done, it means they will be off any kind of other sources of power and rely solely on solar, which makes them green, because it's one of the sustainable development goals to go green when it comes to the supply of power. So once that is done here in the Upper West region, what it means is that the Upper West region would have become the greenest region in the Republic of Ghana. Perhaps it's going to become a competition as to which other region is going to join this renewable energy sources. So we've been coming to you live from the Khalil Power solar power project. President Akufo-Addo has duly commissioned it. So the president will now turn his attention to the Savannah region. He begins his regional tour of the Savannah region commencing tomorrow. That effectively means that President Akufo-Addo has brought his tour of the Upper West region to an end, climaxing the whole program with the commissioning of the Khalil Power Project, which is now gone into providing of service for the people of Wa. Once we leave here, we'll be heading to Damongo, where tomorrow our coverage will be bringing you all the 9 yards as far as the president's tour of the Savannah region is concerned. I've been doing this together with my colleague Akwesi Nsia, who has just come to join me. Kweku Obieje is our host anchor all the way in Accra, and we will be handing over to him shortly as we bring our coverage of this entire activity to an end. My name is Wilberforce Asare, and my name is Akwesi Nsia. So Wilberforce, what is currently happening now is the President of the Republic has just gone to the control room. This is where the President is going to inspect how the operational works of this plant going to be. And we just all see the President lighting on the light to indicate that yes, indeed, the power plant is fully activated. So about 32,000 households in the Upper West region are going to benefit from this project, which is a Ghana government and German government joint venture. Don't also forget, there's a second phase of this project that government will soon be also cutting short for. This costs 22.8 million euros. 22.8 million euros by government of Ghana and the government of Chile. So this is where we hand over to you as we also go to the control room to see how the president is also taking a tour of how this whole thing is.
All right, Wilberforce Asare and Akwesi Nsia bringing us those live updates from the Khalil solar power plant commissioning, which has just taken place. The commissioning was done by President Akufo-Addo as part of his 2-day working tour of the Upper West region. Don't forget, the president began his tour yesterday and he's wrapping up today in the Upper West. Tomorrow, he will be in the Savannah region to begin a 2-day working tour of that region. And we've been bringing you live coverage of the major activities that the president has been embarking on throughout his tour of the Upper West region. We will continue our coverage, our live coverage tomorrow, right here on this channel, where we bring you the updates as well as all the major activities in the Savannah region. This is a production by the Ministry of Information here in Accra. My name is Akufo-Addo. Just to recap a few of the major comments that featured in the President's presentation at the commissioning. The President said the project signifies government's massive investment in the energy sector. The solar plant is a testament to his government's willingness to address climate change. The President also says that this project is in combination with the Laura plant, will help support industrialization in the Upper West region. He also announced that plans are far advanced and funding secured for another 15 megawatts solar plant in the Upper West region. So these are some of the key points that featured in the President's address when he commissioned the Laura solar plant project in the Nadoli Khalil districts in the Upper West region. As we did indicate, the President is getting ready to move to the Savannah region, where he will continue his tour, and we'll be bringing you live updates right here on this program, a production by the Ministry of Information, and live on a number of TV stations and radio stations, as well as live on Facebook on the social media handle of the Ministry of Information. That's it for today. We will be back tomorrow. My name is Akufo-Addo. From me and the production team and our crew who are out there with the President, thank you so much for joining us. Do join us again tomorrow. Goodbye from us in Accra.